Hey everybody, how's it going? We're here in real life at Mikey's beautiful apartment in Lake Forest, California. I'm joined by Johnny and Mikey as well, obviously. There are so many fucking submissions. Like there is a ridiculous amount. So we're all drunk.
Guilty as charged.
I think we should do the same system as last time. By the way, what is it that we're using as a webcam? This GoPro 360?
Insta360.
Perfect.
Should I not using an
Yeah,
accent?
you can do whatever you want, Mikey. This
It's
is
Patreon.
we're ready.
I'm so ready, you guys.
Let's start with the stuff in the folder. Yeah.
Start with the stuff in the folder.
We are going to all rate the work and then average it again. Do you think that's a good idea?
He's our numbers guy.
Let's start with A. Waster. Can you zoom on that?
Good job, Waster.
This is.
Sorry, I forgot I was not doing it anymore.
This is a toy machine, ceramic. It's not bad. The eyeball is...
I want to see your taste.
What is it?
That's what I'm thinking too.
When we ask for a challenge, we want your taste. A little flavor of what you got going on in that sick and twisted head of yours.
I went to school with this guy. We had a screen
It's from
printing
a skate
class
brand.
together, and the guy from the screen printing class, he would only
cup?
do like Gons birds, and I
Uh-huh.
was like, "What's the point, man? You know, why don't you come up with your own idea?" So it's fine. You're showing off your skills here, but let's see some original content.
OC.
I think I'm gonna give this like a 5.
I give it a 6. It's well done.
Is it pottery like a shape of artwork? Like it's a statue, or is it a functional item?
That is not a functional item
That's
unless you
not-
can
Oh,
smoke weed
okay.
out of it,
Yeah, maybe
which
it's
would
a
be
Well, that's
sick.
what I kept
That would
looking
be
at,
a
and
bomb.
thinking it was a bomb.
No, I don't think it's a bomb.
No, I think it's just a thing.
Good job.
Sorry.
But use your skills to make something original. AJ DeWalk here. Yeah,
these look cool.
I love all of this except for yin and yang.
I like the red one more.
Yeah.
I think the red one
Dude,
just in the center is easy.
That's just dope.
There's a lot of extra. You know, I think the one on the left honestly would be better if you didn't add the
Yin
the
and
things
yang.
on the left and the right hand side of it, the yin and yang, and the other thing. I don't even know what the
It's
other
a
thing
sector
is.
of sorts.
It looks like a Baker graphic, one of the new ones they're doing.
I think you did a great job, Tommy.
I think I'm feeling
Is his name Tommy?
it's
AJ
not. His
DeWalk.
name is AJ DeWalk. Not
Sorry.
even close. I'm feeling a 7 on this one.
7.5. Another thing to think about AJ DeWalk is with the one on the right, I would like it more if it was not taking up the full width of the board.
True.
We
I'll
gotta
just
go. We gotta go.
7.25, make it easy.
Okay. Zoom in
I
on
love
this.
this shit.
So this is by Andrew Kristoff. Okay, I know what this is. I didn't know what it was when I first looked at it. But what Andrew Kristoff has done here is take the engagement photos of the famous YouTuber Rad Rat. Not famous, I guess.
I love this photo.
I think
It's hot.
this photo, okay, compositionally, even though, you know, Andrew Kristoff has nothing to do with this, it's pretty solid. Like, you have a very distinguished, like, sort of backing to the foreground here, and then the
Yeah.
third on the left is like this beautiful blue sky and the mountainscape. If anything, the composition is a little bit forced for what it's trying to do. You know, it does a pretty
Depict
good job.
True love.
It's so like photo class 101 that if a famous artist did this, then I would think that there was like something really
Layer of irony.
there was some deep, there were a couple layers going on
Right.
to it. And because it's Rad Rat, I love this photo. Like, this popped up, Johnny and I saw this on the computer earlier,
Yeah.
and we were both like, wow. Grabbing the face,
He's
looking.
in love.
Yeah,
He loves her so much.
I know.
That's dope.
And I'm jealous of that, so you get a 0 from me.
This
Again.
isn't eligible
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
no.
rating, but if you
It's
did
a perfect 10.
If you took if
Yeah.
you took this photo, it would be a 10. But
But
I know
you
you
didn't.
did it.
Can you put a big stamp? Like
Yeah,
disqualified
I'm
stamp?
really good at iMovie,
graphic?
so
Disqualified. -2.
Zoom in on this.
What?
-2.
Zoom in on this, Mikey.
Oh, zoom in.
The worst guy ever.
So this is Anthony.
Wow.
Here's the thing, you know. I mean, this to me, Anthony. I gotta be honest. The subject matter that you've selected is quite offensive.
What did Kurt Cobain do?
It's not necessarily about what Kurt Cobain did. It's about the obsession with like drawing celebrities that people have that I just don't understand. Top
these?
5 things you would draw is like Kurt Cobain's like number 4.
Not
Yeah.
for me, but I don't
Not,
know.
for
yeah,
you,
not for you,
but
but-
you would never do this in the first place.
Yeah.
True.
I'm sorry. I just
Yeah,
I can't.
It's harsh. It's well done.
I think you should draw Willy Wonka next time.
Willy Wonka would be straight up fucking so sick.
Willy
And
Wonka-
I think, you know what, Audrey? I think you can pull it off next time with the Willy Wonka. I think you can pull it off. You've got the talent.
If this was Willy Wonka, it'd be a 7.
All right, movie recommendations.
Lahain.
Lahain, Lost in Translation, Before Sunrise, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Cars,
Lee the
Leo.
Vegetable.
What is this
Um,
exactly? I don't understand.
I think
all of
someone
this?
did graffiti.
If this
And
is
it's-
a curated
But
whole
the movie
thing,
recommendations is the thing in the middle.
yeah.
I don't think
Is
he
this-
did anything but the movie recs. I like the concept of writing movie recommendations on a quarter pipe. I think that's novel. I've never seen that before.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
Get
cool.
some culture in
Yeah,
your
yeah.
life.
Yeah, because I've been going on a tangent about how I think, you know, skaters need to get into more shit.
I
Turn
saw
out
that.
You can't be
video.
familiar.
retarded,
Thank you for watching.
stupid.
Yeah.
I'm giving you a 7.8. Our
maybe.
boost.
I'm a Johnny 6 maybe.
Cars is thrown in there, like at the perfect time to know that like you're joking. Cars is thrown in there to just be like, and I'm a little bit silly.
Cars is a great movie, though. This guy must not be a podcast listener.
No, stop drawing mushrooms.
There's too many tropes in here. You
This-
got eyes,
this-
you've got crying eyes, you've got mushrooms, you got more eyes, you got the LSD happy face, you got rainbows.
Oh my god,
You
Brad.
guys need to learn the sandwich technique.
No.
You take a constructive criticism and you sandwich it between two
Brad,
compliments.
Brad's been wasting way too much time.
What?
Brad's been
I-
wasting
Brad's drawing his heart out.
I
No,
think what
yeah,
would be
no, he's
best for
spending-
Brad is a nice nipple twist. I think
Yeah.
Brad
You think
needs to.
Brad-
Brad's
needs a
gotta
nipple
wake.
twist?
Brad's gotta wake up, which is weird, ironic, because he probably thinks that he's woke
He's the
from.
one that woke up.
But
Yeah.
Brad, you gotta stop drawing mushrooms, man.
Obviously, the inspiration for this piece of art is psychedelics, and the thing that you run into with these psychedelic artworks is that everybody ends up drawing the same 4 things, and they figure out how to interlace them all together into this trippy imagery. And I hate to tell you, Brad, but you're drawing the same things that everybody else draws when they
I
experiment with
literally-
psychedelics.
I can't remember his name right now, but I'm positive I've seen this exact drawing in my 9th grade English class. From the stoner kid sitting next to me, and he showed it to me, and I hated it then, and I hate it now, Brad.
Instead of this, Brad, just fucking try to draw a raven or something next time you're tripping and just see where that takes you. The composition of it is decent. It's just
Yeah.
the things that you've drawn are not interesting. Like, you know, the non-objective stuff, like the little like stripes
Squiggles and
the
stuff
squiggles.
is
That's
dope.
all. That
Dope.
is the most original stuff that you've drawn here,
And
and
it's
it's
dope.
the most
the
interesting
stars
for sure.
in the bottom right corner are my
I like
favorite
those
part.
too. Those are great as well.
That
We're probably
bottom,
blocking those. You do like give like nice spacing to each thing. Like you don't crowd it too much. It's just unfortunately you've got a little distracted.
That bottom like 16th of the painting, bottom right.
I think
16th
it's Sharpie,
is a
but
7.
I feel like so many people don't finish stuff. They just like kind of
Oh, yeah.
half-ass shit. So I appreciate the fact that you fully did this. You know,
the pages are filled.
it's a
There's
full,
no question
it's
about
a
that.
full page, and I
There's
respect
no question
that.
about that. There may have been some methamphetamine laced
Keep it
into
up
this
with
acid.
the stars and stripes.
Okay, so this is a 35 millimeter image, I think. I don't know why the quality is so shit. I think next time I do this, I'll just do email submissions. Very nice. It's very cinematic. There's a long shadow.
This looks like it's from Dune.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I
It
was
looks
thinking
like
as
it's
well.
from.
This is a photograph.
Yes,
This
it's
is
a photo,
photograph.
man.
Dune makes me think of Timothy Chalamet.
Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
What do you think of Timothy Chalamet?
I think he's got a nice disease-ridden cock.
I've heard that he had a lot of sex at NYU, and
Jeez, baby,
ended up.
If I was Timothy Chalamet, I'd have a lot of sex at NYU.
Okay, Cam Kosak.
That looks like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. That one top left corner, but like to the right of bottom right of the eyeball.
Yeah, I see which one you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh yeah.
Signing this was bold.
It's a bold move.
It's a bold move. I think that whenever somebody signs something, it indicates that they're pretty proud of whatever they just did.
Don't be proud of anything you do.
That's rule number one.
Rule number one.
Okay, so we have a lot of eyeball imagery again. There's a lot of eyeball stuff. It's like a very squiggly, loose, free hand thing you've got going on here. I like where you're headed. If we're gonna go with Mikey's point again, you did fill out the page.
He didn't color it though.
Here's
Or
my
they.
thing. I don't really know where to look. There's just so much going on that my eyes don't. There's no logical like sort of
You're
guiding
talking
line.
golden ratio things here.
You know what, Cam? You know what I want you to do for the next one? Take that sheen and then
Blow it up.
expand them all the way and color it in and submit that.
That would be a totally different thing, but
Well, obviously.
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Cam, what I would say is keep it up.
6.
6. Christian Lanza.jpg. First thing I notice about this is what the trees are doing in the background. How much attention to detail was made about things that were not happening in the foreground. The lines of the bricks sort of like meet around the arm that's pushing on whatever it is. The trees on either side of the corner, and then the right-hand tree doesn't interrupt the two background trees. The composition on this is like near perfect, I would say.
Whoa.
It's really, 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 really strong. Just like your understanding of photography is clearly really good.
Whoa.
The exposure is great as well, but the one question I have about this is like, what am I looking at? Is it like somebody pushing on a piece of beeswax?
That's an ear. That's a fake ear.
That's a fake ear?
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
near
that-
positive that's
Okay.
a fake
That does
ear.
look
They're
like
giving
an
him a wet willy.
How long do you think that this person took to take this photo with all of that composition?
It's hard to say because depending on, in my experience anyway, in like your first 5 tries, like the amount that you've practiced, your subconscious tells you this is where to do this, and then you kind of like your brain organizes things, and then you take the photo. You look like an experienced photographer to me.
I really like the photo, but like when something's like silly, it kind of gets capped for me.
Yeah.
How much I like something.
I think this is going for
That's how I
odd
feel
more
about
than
it.
anything else. Like this is
Yeah,
just
like
supposed to be
surreal
odd. Yeah.
kind of vibes. That's my like biggest problems with like surrealists as well, is when stuff is just like odd for the sake of being
I'm
odd.
giving this one an 8.5.
I've
8.5.
given an 8.
I think if you took a photo of something else, because you're clearly, you know what you're doing, Christian Lanza, a photo of something else, I would give like a 9.5. But I just don't think the subject matter itself is interesting. I think you have skills. So I'm giving it a 8.5. Johnny, you're giving it an 8.
Yeah.
Well,
Mikey?
after the speech Joe made, I don't think I deserve to give this one a rating because just the idea of a wet willy there's an ear on the
You got to give
wall
it a
and
rating
it's
because
dirty.
right now
Yeah,
this is a contender.
This is a contender.
Oh God!
What, Mikey? What would you say? Absent of speeches,
This just reminds me of like movies that I don't understand, and I just don't feel. I don't even want to understand them. I'm just like, all right, those people do what they want in their corner of the universe, and I'm gonna code stupid websites.
This is the guy you want on your art contest
Yeah.
judging right here.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
I'm
That's
really.
not- That's not your honest opinion.
That's fine. No, he's giving it
No,
a 7.
that's
That
not,
is-
yeah.
Okay, we've got a photograph here by jacksonwiley.jpg. Not bad. Not bad. I am not freaking out necessarily.
I think this pic gonna get you some pussy.
He's wearing the wrong pants. Those pants, they're tan.
What?
Get a broom.
His
Alright.
pants are the wrong color.
Who
This
you-
photo looks like it was taken in 2014.
I know, and it has
Well,
a lot
it's-
to do with how he's dressed.
Because it's
Exactly.
also because of the resolution.
Well, no,
It's
it's
not.
no, it's also because of the
I'm
laser beam camera flare stuff.
Okay.
Little exposure
Yeah.
tricks.
The shutter speed tricks.
It's a nice enough photo. It's not turning me on.
I think if that guy had a winning smile, I think that would get me
Yeah.
on
Next
board.
image.
Alright. Oh, holy shit!
This is really, really good.
I would put this up in my house.
Daniel
With-
Gonzalez.
Daniel Gonzalez.
I'm pretty
minute.
sure that was the name of the kid that drew the mushrooms art in my 9th grade English
he
class.
graduated.
No, Daniel Gonzalez was my other friend who was friends with that kid.
The pink accenting on the ears and the bottoms of the feet.
This is a 9.5
This is
for me.
It's
this is a 9.
Oh, you guys are
territory
liking
for me.
this a lot.
This
Bro,
is
this
excellent.
This is almost a perfect 10 for me.
Okay.
This
Alright,
is-
let me write you in here.
If
Daniel.
I can't imagine myself liking anything else more than I like this.
Yeah, same. I'd buy this.
I would buy this too.
I would buy this.
Well,
I would
here's
spend
what. Okay, since these guys are so
at
hot
least
on you, I'm gonna
$300
question
on
Daniel
this
Gonzalez.
before.
What the fuck happened with the eyeballs? The one on the left,
That's true.
so different than the
What?
one on the right.
That's true.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
it
They're
doesn't
clearly
make
So
sense.
not
do you think
the
this
same
is
size.
a fucking realism?
No, it doesn't
It has
make
a
sense
heart.
because
It has a fucking heart.
It's not realism.
because the left eye from our perspective is small, but then the ear is bigger.
Cartoons.
It
you know,
doesn't matter.
It does
It
matter.
does.
To
It
you
does.
guys.
Because the eyeballs are like, it's a big
Maybe.
part of the image. They
Joel,
still
maybe
need to
that's
have-
your fucking problem, man. Is you're like, what do the eyeballs look like? I'm like, what does that fucking heart look like?
Oh wow, that's
Wow.
a really good point.
A 9.5.
9.5. I'm gonna give you an 8. I'm not as hot on this, Daniel, as everyone else is. However, I do think you're very good. But I don't think there's an excuse for the eyes situation.
What's this motherfucker's Instagram?
You know what? I was gonna give this a 9, but the eye. If the
It's
eye,
a huge mistake.
It is huge.
It's not.
It's
a huge mistake.
huge.
I think it matters. I think maybe they were trying to do a perspective thing, but then it didn't
No,
work
because
out.
you're looking straight on. Look at the teddy bear's nose and its mouth.
Okay, whatever. I give it an 8.5.
It's our leading contender right now.
This is beautiful.
It's not a masterpiece.
The gray background,
is.
I would have. I think I would have liked a different color. But anyways,
Fair enough.
This is beautiful.
This is gorge.
Yeah, straight up. Is he like an?
Daniel
or-
GM. Maybe he's an
like an
architect
architect or
student,
something?
architecture
Yeah.
student. I
This
mean,
is really sick.
I don't know if you came up with the composition here, or if you copied someone else's
actual building
composition.
or something. Or
Well, I'm
a
not worried
photo?
about a photo
Yeah.
or something. I mean, this is
It's
like
beautiful.
everything here, kind of screams professional.
yeah.
So
Really
like
good.
there's no mistakes in this at all, really, that I can tell. Like even when it comes down to the details, like the rock placement in the foreground, nothing is jutting up or sort of
Nothing's taking
intruding.
away from anything
No.
else in this photo.
Everything's in its right
complimentary.
place.
It's all
Yeah.
complimentary, which is exactly how you want to be.
I mean,
This guy's a pro.
we're at the point here where I'm questioning
Why are you even watching his videos?
Why
Why
are
are
you-
you submitting here?
what are you seeking to
What are
accomplish.
you doing?
I mean, because I'm assuming you're making, at least $800,000 a year with this type of skills.
If you're an architect, pass me that beer.
If it turns
a
out
nine.
that you trace this from an Architecture Digest
Yeah, I'd be down. I'd be
magazine, but if you came up with this composition yourself, I mean, this is like a fucking 10. This
Yeah.
is proper work.
down. I would like some clarification, but
I would too.
Daniel GM too. I only because they give it such a high rating am I going to play devil's advocate here, and I'm just not getting a sense of you. I feel like I want some color, to be honest. I feel like I need color to evaluate the image.
really,
Or what it's
Okay.
trying to show you. is if this were a real location, these would be the
possibilities.
proportions.
yeah, of course they did an excellent job.
It's like
in
a
terms of
draft. It's a draft. Because this wouldn't be the final product necessarily, but this is a draft.
that. Yeah, so we're judging this one based off of the architectural design skill, not necessarily emotions evoked, like the teddy bear.
I'm not looking at this as it's exact. I'm not looking this to me. This doesn't it's not seeking to evoke any emotions.
Okay. Well, in that case, I agree.
My
I give it
biggest thing is
8.5.
why I give it a
8.5.
9 is because I like looking at it, and I appreciate the artistic aspects of it, even if it is just a strictly architectural thing. You just sketched up an idea based off of some kind of
There's so
architectural
much skill
idea.
here.
Yeah,
There's so much
There's a
skill.
lot to appreciate here.
Okay, what do we have here?
Is
Is
it
this
MF
cool?
Doom?
MF Doom.
Yes.
Oh,
Is this
I knew
This
something.
looks like, I'm wondering what the medium is. It looks digital.
I think it may be Sharpie on blackboard or something, or
No, the black is way too black to be anything other than digital.
I don't know.
Look at the
Yeah.
look at the
I mean,
background.
you
look
may
at the
be-
background.
Yeah, maybe it's just digital.
It's super black.
It also
Yeah,
it
and
looks
these-
like
with
paint
this
pen a
resolution-
little bit to me
No.
though.
No, with
Uh-huh.
this resolution, it looks like it's done on an iPad or
All right.
something,
Um,
which doesn't it doesn't change much.
But I was just wondering. Because
I
of the
gotta
block.
say off the rip here, I think there's really strong parts of this. I think you've got to how to use color pretty well, like the green and the blue and the red and the orange. Everything pops nicely.
It's very comic book esque.
Yeah, there's-
the
it's
left
good.
side for sure.
The blue is it's really nice. It has a nice
The left
metallic
side,
feel. You've got great shading, but the lightning is just it's just
Unnecessary.
confusing. I can
Yeah.
understand the desire to add something into the top of it so that it doesn't feel because the shape of the body and the shoulders would be kind of jarring just on a black background. So I know what you were going for. But the lightning just seems like you added it in at the last second, somebody was about to disturb you and you had to finish really quickly.
Is that not part of the MF Doom poster album cover?
Is
art?
it?
But I think the rest of it is pretty fucking good. It's just that lightning is it looks like a different guy did it. Or run 14 of 60 files.
Okay. Next. Is this what next?
It's good. I'm just gonna be. I think you're pretty good at what you do.
Mm-hmm.
The neon stuff. I just gotta be honest. That the series of floating heads.
Yeah.
It just doesn't do it for me.
Same.
I mean, the cross hatching is the shading and stuff. I think isn't looking as seamless as you want it to. I get what you're trying to do, and I think the colors are good.
Look at Tagawi.
That's what I was gonna
I
say.
knew you guys were gonna say
Yeah,
that. I gotta
look
piss.
at Tagawi.
Yeah.
Not that you're doing a lot right,
Yeah.
and not to say copy Tagawi.
Yeah. Just
but,
get some inspiration.
Get some inspiration.
I was thinking, what I was gonna say is instead of doing this collage, take just one of these guys and then
Build a world around it.
yeah, exactly.
It's cool. And if that's not your thing, if you like just focusing on people, then just fully fledged out one person. If doing people
Yeah.
collages is your thing, keep doing what you're doing. You'll find people that that's their thing too. Because
And
each one of these freaks deserves attention.
All right, next slide.
I'm a PT.
Okay.
I'm awesome.
Zoom in on this one, Mikey.
Enhance.
Oh, you want to
Pull that up,
you wanna
Jamie.
use- Can you explain to me what this is? This a photo?
That's the that you were fighting in Super Smash Brothers, man.
Oh, placenta?
Yeah. They took a photo of this shopping center and it says the beauty parlor and temptations and stuff. Look at the top right. I don't know what the hell is going on there.
I think they can continue to explore this.
That's cool.
This combination.
I like that.
I-
Temptations.
Disclaimer: this is his main in Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
So he might be biased.
This is good. This is real good. Is this taken from like Google Earth or something? Little things.
that does look like it.
What are those little?
I don't know.
That's a good
Like
point.
Maybe you might be right.
This is nice. I like this a lot.
I think
this is
you
like
have
an
an
8.
I think you
An
have an
8?
interesting process here.
Lord have
No,
mercy.
okay, so it's like a 7.5.
You have an interesting
Look,
process.
I like this a lot.
Everything.
The fact that it comes from like a Google Earth thing, I think helps.
it's
Yeah.
all intentional, which is what I really like about it.
I'm just saying, look at the top
Yeah,
right,
the top
Johnny.
right
it's
is
not
a big-
complete.
The top
No,
right's a big problem.
I think that's intentional as well.
No.
I think if you
Next
made it
slide. I think there's
Well, that's
another
nice.
one from this person that I added to. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this one. This one's
Bazinga.
better.
I like this a lot.
Gloss 2. Is that that's a photograph that's being held?
No, I think it's edited. Look at the hand. It's
What
cool.
is
It's
happening
cool as fuck.
here?
I think this is the same thing as the ear photo for me. Like you guys do your thing.
Mike, you don't like feel any type of way that like about
f-
this photo?
I feel a little depressed.
I think
But
it's really
do I
nice.
vibe with it like I vibe with
That teddy bear is nice. That teddy bear is looking real nice right now.
not to make comparisons, man.
Yeah.
No,
no,
it's
okay.
I mean, I did do that just now,
Art
but
is objective.
Objective.
Subjective, not objective.
I'm just saying that one
Art
makes
is
me feel so.
subjective.
This one personally, my past memories don't lead me to
I really
output
like
something
this.
for this.
I
one.
think this is better than the teddy bear, personally.
Really?
Because I think whatever it is that you're doing with this yellow border, is it a mirror? Is it a print? It's thematically very consistent. It's like
Yeah.
the whole thing is confusing. Like, why are these people wearing these like semi furry outfits, and this whole vibe is like cloudy and fucked up and weird. And I think that it's really strong. I think that this is very tasteful, and you have like a strong direction, even though it is very confusing. I think that you're like artistically pretty focused. Like this could
Yeah.
easily be some
really
kind of
cool
album
series.
cover, or a series or
Yeah,
album cover
for
or
sure.
whatever. It looks pretty professional to me.
I think you and your girlfriend are bank robbers.
Go to the chair.
I don't like this one.
It's less good, but it's also like it's a nice photo.
I think that one's taking itself too seriously. It's a bit much. I'm
Like
giving this
Windows
one
Note.
an 8.8.
This is an 8.5.
You can
Yes.
give your honest take.
7.
7. Okay. All right. Next one.
Sorry, bro. We're in different worlds. Did they draw this?
I think. This is
I think they're at least claiming to have drawn.
Clearly,
this.
they're claiming it. I don't remember that earring being present.
Earring
Hugo?
is
It's part of the.
that's
lore?
part of Dragon Ball Z.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Well, can we skip this?
I don't have much to
I
say.
don't have much to say.
I don't have much
it's,
to
It's
say.
like the first one taken to the most extreme.
Doing-
Show some original content.
What the fuck is happening with the piece of hair at the top of the head right there?
That's true.
That might
What?
be a thing that's in the anime. This might just
That-
be a frame. The problem I have is this
Yeah.
might just be.
It's
if
not
you,
art. Yeah,
if
it's
you
not
Google who is this guy?
Hugo.
No, the
No.
guy.
Oh, Goku.
That's not Goku.
That's evil
That's
Goku.
That's evil Goku.
That's who gives?
I don't think you can sign your name.
If you Google this guy, you see a million
You
things.
can't
just
sign
this
your
way.
name on something that's not original.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
think.
if you did
I don't
draw
think
so.
this,
Skip.
you did a good job.
Johnny, this is kind of your area, is it not?
If this is Johnny's area, I'm gonna go pee in a toilet.
Yeah.
Johnny, what you got to say about this?
It's a good start. I'm not saying what I did was the right way. I painted things exactly as they looked from other people who were better than me. I didn't try and come up with anything myself for years. If you're trying to get into tattoo imagery, paint it their way until you're good enough with the imagery to do it your own way. Look at Steve Boltz.
Next
he does
slide.
the best girls. Look at Todd Noble. He does the best girls. Paint him his way until you can paint him your way. This is cool.
This is cool.
What am I? I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at here.
I hate to sing a broken record, but I want some color on this one. You know, I
It's a little
retract my color
lopsided
comment. This
to me.
this is good.
I like how like whimsical it kind of is.
This
you know,
is hot.
I like it. I just wish it was a little more balanced, but I do like it. The head is kind of formless.
Give him a belly button, and I would frame this.
This is good.
I'd give this
I
an
give
8.
it an
You know the show
8.5,
Frog and
8 for
or
me.
not the show, the book Frog and Toad.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It seems like a villain in Frog and Toad or something. So 8.5, 8.3.
8. I just gave it an 8.
He gave it an 8.
Straight 8.
Okay.
I gave it an 8.5.
8.5.
What do you-
I'm gonna give this an 8 as well.
Hey, Monster.
What do you give Monster pissing all over my house? What do you give that?
Fucking
That's a
2. yeah,
Yeah,
give that a
true.
2. Next slide.
I like the photo.
I think I'm a do you say the R word on the Patreon?
No.
I think I'm a photography idiot. I just don't know. I just don't get it.
Photo is not about showing you anything.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
not like, oh wow, this guy went out and photographed a car wash. Observational photography is just like about the practice of photography itself. So it's like you look at something
Composition
and
and,
you try to make composition out of it, and you make shapes and you try to make it interesting. And that's basically the point of this.
So you look at like the framing, you look at like he said the shapes that he's making and like what he's showing you with the photo.
It's like see the line that jags in and then goes up, and then the sign, it doesn't interrupt the sign, and then the white sort of square back there isn't interrupted by the center line that goes
and this
down.
little like hose, red like hose,
Mhm.
blue.
You can
thing,
see that
whole shape
pointing
you
out.
see.
Yeah.
I see. Well, in that case, this one gets a 10.
Johnny, what do you think?
I like it. I like it a lot. I'd say it's about like a 7.8.
Okay, so what's funny about this one is I took this photo.
Oh.
No
Somebody submitted a photo that I took. They took it from my Instagram. I took this when we went to Denver, Johnny.
Oh, really?
This is in Denver.
I
Yeah.
was here.
You were there.
Well, I gave it a 10. Remember just now?
Obviously, we can't use this. However, there you guys
Do
go.
we got a problem now that I gave it a 7.8?
No, we don't have a problem. We do not have a problem.
I'm
Washington.
actually really mad that you let us go through this whole thing.
Political power.
Man.
He's got the communism, Russian thing. With the whole Russia
Can
thing
we
going
skip
on
this
right
one?
now, it might have been. This might be.
Listen, Jack Welch, it's just a bit much.
It's so heavy-handed.
Is this the biggest bear ever? I don't understand the proportions between the AK-47 and the bear. Thank you for submitting, but
Thank you.
Just chill, just chill.
Its bottom teeth are too funky. It looks like a beaver.
it's got beaver, and on the top it's got beaver teeth as well.
Yeah.
Okay, we got a portrait here by James
This is
Robertson.
nice. This is nice.
This is a fine portrait. I was taught this when I went to school for photography at Orange Coast College Community Center of Local Morons.
Hey, my mom went there.
And
For
your
the
mom
same
is
thing.
a wonderful woman.
Yeah.
The problem, would you mind zooming out, Jamie? The eyes are naturally attracted to the brightest part of the image, and the whites of the hand are like almost the same as the whites of the eyes. So if the hand wasn't in this photo, then there would be much more attention focused on the face
Beautiful
of the
eyes.
model, who is
Yeah.
hot. But instead, we're kind of like, our attention is distracted
Drawn
by
the-
this
that
big
middle
fucking
finger.
hand.
The
This-
middle finger is like so white.
It's just, you could chill on this in post, but I think the ultimate problem is that the idea itself was flawed from the beginning for like a high contrast, black and white photo. It's a good photo. You exposed it well. It's just the pose is not good.
Whoa, this is interesting.
Or like this.
Yeah, this is cool.
I like this. The colors are cool as
It
fuck.
has colors. Mikey likes it.
It is cool though.
I like it a lot.
I like the background.
It
I
looks
like the
some
shadow
kind of
too.
fucked up Buddha statue, kinda.
Looks
but
like a nightmare.
it's good.
The red vignetting on the border, I think that's really important. I think that if it just went to yellow, it would be nowhere near as satisfying.
It's really nice.
It's
I've
got a
wanted-
nice natural
Dude,
texture.
There's like two people that I've really wanted to follow: Bear Guy and this guy.
Jared Eastman. I really like, and I think that I'm biased because of my Waldorf School of Orange County upbringing, but this is feeling very Waldorf-like, but it's nice.
This is excellent.
I'm giving this one an 8.8.
This makes me feel a type of way.
Yeah.
I
I
look
feel
at this and I feel
I
something.
give this an 8.5 for sure.
I give this an 8.5 as well.
All right, we've got a solid entry here. Good job, Jared Eastman.
Good
Next
job, Jared.
slide.
I'm excited about this. This is like fucking super cool.
I think there's
This?
supposed
Yeah.
to be a video with this as well, but
Oh,
I don't know
really?
where it went. I guess it might be later.
I think this is a sculpture of some kind.
This fucking
A wooden
it's
sculpture.
Really
Yeah,
cool.
a wooden sculpture.
Okay.
This is something I would love to have.
If you
know?
if you walked
It's
into
fucking
Kanye
beautiful.
West's mansion and
You
the
would
whole
expect to
it was
see
all
this.
white and this thing was in the corner, you would not question it.
no,
You
for
wouldn't be
sure.
like, what was Kanye thinking with that?
Yeah,
You'd be like, that looks like something Kanye would be into.
yeah. This is like
maybe.
fucking. This is a beautiful.
It's nice.
Like,
It's
fucking
really solid too. It looks like it'd feel
It
good
looks
to
like
touch.
heavy. Yeah, it looks heavy.
You
as
slap
fuck.
it a little
Yeah.
bit.
It looks like it weighs like 200 pounds.
You could put something in that hole.
At least. Yeah, you could put like a little statue or something.
I'd
in
put
that
maybe the Virgin Mary in there or something like that.
hole. This is a 9.
This is, I know, this is another one where it's like clearly this person is like a fucking professional.
like a master craftsman.
Yeah, it's like you
and they
know.
just happen to be like a Patreon sub of yours.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 9.4.
Wait, Jason, this is Jason 2.
This is Jason too. There's
So there's something else I want to see.
The video, I think.
God,
I think
don't-
the video.
I
Okay.
wish. I
This is a 9.
wish I understood where you guys are getting at.
Mikey, why do you like these lamps on either side? of
Let
the
me just
TV?
ask you, Mikey, how difficult do you?
I'm
how-
sure it's technically very difficult.
yeah.
I just don't
Your
under-
eyes don't
it doesn't-
appreciate like what do you notice when you look at this? Like that's different from a normal like shelving unit.
I'm not.
You can put your PC in there. It's like two little guys holding up a thing. More. I'm giving this a 9. I'm giving this a 9.8.
What was that? 9.
I don't know. What were you?
I was a 9 or a 9.5. I'm a 9.5.
9.5. Okay. What are you, Mikey?
I guess
Honest.
7.5. 8. Maybe
that
8.
is
7.5.
brutal. Can you at least like look at the shapes and
Look
see
at
how
how it
nicely
looks like
works?
it's floating.
Well, that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand.
Feeling
Well,
attached
okay,
to
if my
something.
memories don't interact with a new experience and cause an emotion, how do you expect me to feel a certain way about it?
That's all right.
Some people
It's
don't
all right.
appreciate like abstract art. Like
You're calling me an idiot?
no, I'm
You're
not.
saying I'm stupid?
No, I'm saying that you might not appreciate abstract
All right,
art.
fine, Jason
Have you-
Derulo. I'm stupid, and your art's great.
Next slide.
Next slide.
It's okay. It's
the butterfly
okay.
is too much for me.
Eight.
The butterfly honestly ruins this.
I think so too. Yeah, I think the butterfly. You know, butterflies, as I've said many times, they're just one of the most overused symbols in popular culture at the moment.
I like mixed media stuff for sure, but when you put like a cutesy sticker on it to like
It's like you're trying to like explain that you're not taking yourself seriously.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the subject matter is like extremely formal.
it is.
So
yeah.
it's like he's
a,
contradicting a little
yeah,
bit.
it's a really I
Maybe get
love
one of those fucking things, man.
I love pretty much
Please,
everything
thank
else.
you.
Thank you very much.
Really like this.
You're on the right track. You're just not.
You don't need the gimmick that is the butterfly sticker. Is all I'm saying. I love this image. You're beautiful. Your work is great. Another face thing.
It is
This
another
really
face
I think
thing.
this is good.
This is cool.
It's a lot more sophisticated than the
Yeah.
other face things. I will say.
for sure. It's a lot more stylized.
Yeah,
That's for damn sure.
yeah. The way that you've managed to kind of like combine the certain faces and like transition from one to the next.
Tits too. You did tits.
I think the style's cool.
It's really cool. I
It's-
really like this one. This is like 8 for me.
This is an
First
8 for
one's I
me
really
as
like.
well.
This is an 8.
It's good. It's good, and I think the decision to do it on a black background goes
Yeah.
a long way. This
Decision
kind of
going on,
aesthetic
yeah.
reminds me of like a movie theater or something like that. Of like it
It's
just.
like Art Deco-y kind of like vibes.
Yeah.
It's,
I'm thinking
it's
an 8.
It's an 8.
Eight,
It's an 8.
eight,
You're
eight,
not gonna win. I'm
8.
sorry, Logan, but
It's good.
It's good.
What the fuck is happening here?
It's hot. It's sexy. It's good. It's not taking it for me.
I
It's
don't-
not taking the cake.
I'm
I
just-
like it. I think it's really sexy, and I think it's really cool.
This reminds me of
It's
hell.
definitely not sexy.
It's very
sexy. Is
sexy.
not
That
the
meat-
correct
that
word.
meat pile. in
This
the
guy is being injected with.
This looks. This is
meat
literally
pile.
hell. This looks like hell.
Yeah, Luke, you are a disturbed individual.
Luke,
There's
you're
like
on the
a
right
fucking
track.
lump of
Luke-
a human in a
Hey,
wheelbarrow.
Luke, you're on the right track. You're making these guys feel uncomfortable, and that's exactly what you're going
If
for.
we feel uncomfortable, we
He's
feel
doing his
something.
job. He's
I
doing his
agree.
job.
I agree with you 100%.
Luke's
I
doing your
wouldn't
job.
put this-
Keep doing your job, Luke.
I wouldn't frame this and put this in my house. I'd put this in a shed where I walk to feel weird.
This is
Whoa!
a sculpture.
Heineken.
That's-
No,
that's
Stella.
Stella.
It's Stella. We are drinking Heineken.
You would like also Stella.
Oh yeah,
I think.
this says Stella right here.
That's cool.
I think
That's
this
cool.
is really well done.
I
Technically.
think that it's screaming a bit pseudo intellectual
It's
European moron.
It's screaming art school vibes.
It's art for the sake of art, but it's like not evoking any
No,
particular.
I agree.
emotion.
It's art for the sake of art, 100%. Good job, Luke.
Good job,
But
that's cool.
You know how to make something, which is
Yeah.
very important.
You got all the skills you need. Are Stella's good
Stella's
They're
are good.
great, yeah.
versus Heineken? What do you
Stella's
think?
are probably
Both
more expensive,
more expensive.
but
Same
and
price at
probably
Costco.
better.
Same price at Costco.
Maybe 10
Wait,
cents
really?
more.
Should have
per-
had Stella's.
We should have had Stella's.
Next
Really?
slide.
Yeah, you
Next
really?
slide. Man, oh man.
Tell
man.
me lies and touch my butt.
You want me to tell you a lie, man? This is great work.
No, dude, that's so fucked up. Dude, can you please cut that?
Yeah, he's gonna cut that.
It's not terrible. It's definitely not terrible. I've been to Zoomies and I have seen like so many t-shirts with this like very basic art
Minimalist
style on
art.
them. That's like, yeah, this minimalism.
Cowboys are out also, man.
They are so out.
Cowboys are
out. I would
The
even
next thing is
I would
Pirates.
wager as well that snakes are pretty fucking out as well.
Pirates are in.
Pirates-
now,
yeah.
bro. Start doing pirate.
If you're
stuff.
gonna go with this like Americana aesthetic, you might as well fucking make it King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is dope. No.
That's the good point.
I
No,
think
Matt, you're good.
I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this dog peeing everywhere. We have 30 more, plus all the tabs, plus the emails. Fuck it all, man.
That's water.
I don't care.
All right, next slide.
What do you mean next slide? I have to clean this up.
Next slide. This is awesome.
This is dope.
This is great.
Shut up.
Okay, so this is a good example of how like some kind of subject matter can be like you can make any kind of subject matter like cool by like your vision for it and your application if it's very you know like,
Yeah. You got on here and you drew something. The colors are excellent. It's evocative, you know. Wow,
I
he's
feel
having
excited.
fun.
Yeah, I feel excited.
He's having a good time.
I'm feeling that he's feeling excited.
The yellow rims, the headlight is blaring. I'm feeling a 8.7 on this. I think
feel
this is
I
very
feel-
excellent.
This is great.
8.7.
I can make popcorn at any time.
That's me one of them bad boy.
This is
Okay.
a water bottle. What's the pinstripe?
It's hand painted. This design on it is hand painted with like a very fine brush.
That's called a pinstripe.
Pinstripe.
Oh,
It's
thank you.
popular in like custom car culture. The second thing that I'm noticing. Oh my god.
Matt Picard, if you want to come over and draw that on my water bottle, you're more than welcome.
All right, we are at 34 out of 60 here.
Mhm.
There is no. You're looking at stuff, you're liking stuff, and then you're making stuff. This is a
I like this photo. a
photo.
lot.
It's good.
I like this photo a hell of a lot.
Do you?
I do.
I think I'm burnt.
You're done?
I think I'm kind of done. I don't know if I can keep going with this.
Wait,
Let's see the next
we're-
5 slides.
Let's do
Rapid,
the next-
rapid succession. 1, that's cool. I hate that.
Oh, go back.
This is what we needed.
That is good.
Is it on the top part of grip tape?
Yeah, it's on the top part of the
It's
grip
on
tape.
This is the most chaotic thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Peter Griffin, Among Us,
No, it's Peter Griffin Among Us.
on the very top of grip tape. Can
You
you
code?
code?
I
No,
can't
no,
code.
And
no.
I'm also not even good at coming.
Ladies, by the way.